Hi, today we are going to understand how we can convert a Notion form into PDF files. As you can see in the background, I have got a business registration form wherein a user can fill in all the details in this particular form regarding business registration. And once they click on submit, the responses go to the responses tab under the business registration form database. So I've already gone ahead and I have created two submissions out of this particular form. What I'm looking for is an automation setup where I can create PDF files on automation using the responses in this particular database. So for this, we'll be using a tool known as PDF Output. PDF Output will help me convert my Notion database into PDF files with the help of a Google document. So let us understand how this will work. Click on Create PDF and click on Continue with Google, or you can enter an email address for the magic link. I will simply sign in with one of my accounts and then we will understand the rest of the steps. So I'm going to quickly sign in over here. And once I'm logged in, you will be able to see an interface like this where you can add a Notion database and then you need to add a document. And then all the properties of the database will be visible over here, which you can replace on the document to create PDFs on automation. So first step is adding a Notion database. Click on the drop down. You will have an option of add Notion database. Click on this and it will open up the Notion database setup page. But for this, we need the particular title of the database which we are going to add. So for this, I'm going to copy the entire title of the database which I'm using, which is business registration form. Let me go back and click on next. You will have two options. Either you can select a template which I've already provided. This template will create a copy of a Notion database on your workspace, which will be a demo database for testing. So you can go with the testing if you want with the first selection. Otherwise, you can click on select pages, which is available at the bottom. And once you click on select pages again, it will allow you to add your own database, which we are going to do over here. So I'm going to paste the database title, which I've already copied, and it will open up the list of everything that we want to see. So I'm going to add this business registration form, which you can see over here. Click on this, it will already be added. Okay. And if you click on your shared drive or on your private, you will be able to see the particular registration form visible over here. So if it's either on a shared access or on a private access, it will be visible over here. So always when you're adding the database, add the database by entering the database title inside the search pages by copying and pasting. Do not add the database from the top level pages that you see over here. If you're adding any database from the top level pages, it will take time to load the database and your database may not be visible correctly. Okay. So in my experience, whenever you're adding your database, always enter the database inside the search pages to add it. And alongside this, if your database is connected to other databases through relational properties, so let's say the business registration form is connected to multiple databases through relation properties, then add all the databases that are connected with each other inside these search pages. Okay. So if my business registration form is connected to, let's say, database A, database B, database C, through relation properties, I can add all the databases inside this, and only then the relational and roller properties will be visible on the PDF generated from there. Okay. So you need to follow those steps to make sure everything is added over here. Once everything is in order, click on allow access, and now we will gain access to the business registration form which we can use for the automation setup. Sometimes it may not load the databases in one click, so simply refresh once or twice and then you will be able to see the database populate over here. Okay, so I'm going to just refresh one more time and then you will be able to see the business registration form appear over here. So now you can see the business registration form showing over here. And if you scroll down, you will be able to see all the properties of the business registration form, which we had over here visible in this space. Okay. So you can simply click on copy and you can replace those properties onto the document, which will be used for the mapping to generate the PDFs. But for that, we need a Google document. So let's click on add Google document. You have two options. If you want to go with an existing document which is present on your drive, so click on existing document and it will showcase the drive option where you can add any existing document from this list. But we do not have any existing document, so I'm going to simply add a demo document from this drop down. So click on add demo document, and now it will create a demo document for a use case which we can use for the automation setup. So the demo document is being created, and let's wait, and you can remove this entire text which we do not need, and all we can see is the placeholders that have automatically been created for our use case. All these placeholders that you see, such as website, signature, respondent, residential address, these are already present in this database. Okay, the registration form database, and everything has automatically been mapped for our use case. So anything that you see inside double curly brackets on both sides, this will automatically be mapped with the database, and the values will be fetched and the PDFs will be created out of that. Okay. If you want to manually map anything, let's say you want to put the comments onto the document, so click on copy on the comments and it will be copied, and you can go to the document and paste it anywhere. So you can use Control V or Command V on a keyboard, which we have over here, and then it will automatically paste the property onto the document. Similarly, let's say I want to put website. Okay, so I can just simply search for website, click to copy, and put it anywhere on the document. This is how you can quickly map all the properties of the Notion database onto the document. Okay. So once everything is in order, the next step is setting up the PDF file name. Okay. So for this, I want to set the PDF file name to the business name which we have over here. So let me select business name from this list. So if I click open this, you will be able to see all the properties. So I will select business name from the drop down. So now all the files that will be generated will be saved in the business name that we have over here. Okay. So now everything is set up correctly on the PDF output dashboard. And if you go back to the particular form, you can see both the records are set as ready to generate. So these are the two additional columns that it has created for our PDF generation purpose. Make sure you set the records as ready to generate whichever you want to create as PDF file. And once it is set as ready to generate, you can go back to the PDF output dashboard and you can simply click on download PDF. Now to start generating the PDF files for the particular two records which have been created, and the PDF files will be stored right over here inside the database. So it also downloads the files onto the downloads folder, and you can see that it also generated the PDF files over here. So if I click on this, it will open up the PDF file and I can view the PDF file how it has come out to be. And you can see all the fields have been correctly mapped, what was required to be mapped, and everything has been set in place. And let's open the second file as well. So both the files have the same name, which I had created randomly over here, and you can see both the files have been created with the right exact settings which we needed. Okay. So this is how easy it is to create PDF files out of here, and you also have the files stored on the downloads folder. Now the best step to do after this is, once everything is set up, click on setup Notion automation. It will set up the automation directly inside Notion database. So now if you add new records inside the database and you set it to ready to generate, the files will automatically be created over here, and you do not need to jump back between PDF output and the database to create the PDF files. All you need to do is keep on adding records, and the PDF files will be created right inside the database. Okay. So whenever a user would submit a new response, it gets captured out of the database. Just mark it as ready to generate, and the files will be stored directly inside the database itself. That is the beauty of using the tool, and it's completely hands-free, and we do not need to worry about juggling between PDF output and the database time and again. So I hope this explanation was helpful to you. If you still have questions, use the chat bubble at the bottom and send me a message with the queries, or you can simply use the contact section that is available at the bottom of the main page, and you can send me your issues on this. Okay. I even have a free demo option available, so you can book a free demo